Okay, so the chart below the telephone calls, and this is your writing task for for the tax one, and total number of minutes in billions of calls in the UK divided into three categories. Number of minutes in billions of telephone calls. So it is about telephone calls in the UK. Three categories from 1995 to 2002. So what are they? Local, fixed line, national and international fixed line, mobiles, all calls. Okay. 1995 to 2002. So what can we see? We can see that in 1995 the total calls was minimal, right? And it grew off significantly in 2002, but still it is less than um, both local fixed lines and national international fixed line. Which one is the second one? National and international fixed line is the second one throughout the period, and the trend and the position has not changed throughout the graph. The same positions for everyone, first, second, and third. And another trend is that the highest calls were local calls, fixed lines were made in between in 1998 and 1999. It was 90 billion minutes. And what is the list one is in both 1995 and 2002. It is going on decreasing. Others, this one local calls is going on decreasing, whereas mobile calls has is increasing rapidly. But the fixed lines, national international calls, it is also in an increasing trend, but not as quick as that of local calls. Sorry, mobile phones. I can see those information. What is the time period? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7 years, for 7 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years. Comparison of 8 years. 1995 to 2002. What else you can see here? Now let me review your answer. The provided bar chart, okay, very good, depicts the number of calls executed by the citizens of United Kingdom, okay, divided into three parts from 1995 to this, from 1995 to 2002. This is also okay, but is it, what is there in the question? Why didn't you paraphrase this dates? It is also from 1995 to 2002 and you have written the same. Why? You could have written something else. You could have written between this, between 1995 and, okay, you have to paraphrase that. And you, this part, is it okay? The bar chart depicts the number of calls maybe we can put this over here, number of calls divided into three parts, executed this comma is divided into three parts and comma, and executed by the citizens of United Kingdom from between 1995 and 2002. And then you can use another word here, another sentence here. Units are measured in billions of minutes. Minutes, okay, you could have written that, billions of minutes. Units are measured in billions of minutes. Now let's go to see your overview sentence. Looking from the overall perspective, telephone calls from nationwide, worldwide, and smartphone are in an increasing trend. However, another interesting point is that local calls are rules for 4 years, and after that you don't say are. Local calls rose for 4 years, and after that year the calls started to decline. Okay, this one is correct. So, what are the three types of calls? Maybe you could list it out. Uh, Divided into national calls, local calls, national and international, and otherwise into three parts, and then in bracket local, national, and slash international, and then mobile calls, then bracket close. Then here, looking from the overall perspective, you could say telephone calls, smartphone, nationwide, worldwide, and however, another interesting local calls. Yes. No. यहाँ मेन आइडिया मिलेको छैन है. मेन आइडियामा के छ भन्दाखेरि okay, what can you see clearly here? So यहाँ के कुरा देखिन्छ भन्दाखेरि मोबाइल फोन्स. Talking about mobile phones, it is the quite most interesting fact in this diagram. So mobile phones was it very tiny and used was by tiny number of tiny is so we can see that mobile phones was not popular in the beginning, but over the years its popularity is increasing dramatically. Okay, has increased dramatically over the years, but still at the end it is in the third position, right? Maybe you can say that point, right? And then the local calls made with fixed lines, it is in a decreasing it is already in a decreasing positions, um, and the the way people do try to use different sentence structures, and the way people make calls to national and international places through fixed lines is still in a slightly increasing trend. Okay, maybe that you can write in your overview. Now let me sure answer what you have done. तपाईँले चाहिँ नेसनल वाइड वर्ल्ड वाइड र स्मार्टफोन चाहिँ इन्क्रिजिङ ट्रेन्डमा छ भनेर भन्नुभयो होइन. यो फेरि लिस्टिङ आउट भयो कि यसरी लिस्टिङ आउट नगर्नु भनेर भनिरहेको छु मैले होइन. अनि हाउएभर भनेपछि अनदर इन्ट्रेस्टिङ पोइन्ट इज द्याट चाहिन्छ त local calls rules for 4 years, and after that year the calls started to decline. ठिकै छ तपाईँको पोइन्ट पनि टु सम एक्सटेन्ट ठिकै छ है एट द स्टार्टिङ अफ इयर 1995 अब यहाँ यसरी मिस्टेक हुँदैन यस्तो यो मिस्टेक हुने जस्तो लाग्यो भने इन 1995 बाट स्टार्ट गर्नु नि यो किन लेखिरहनु पर्यो इन 1995 द के हो यो क्लोज डिस्टेन्स कज क्लोज डिस्टेन्स लेख्न मिल्छ लोकललाई called in the same city भने त्यो बरु है where it peak as compared to mobile international in a significant यो मिलेकै छैन है where it peak भनेर कहाँ पिक गरेको थियो कहाँ पिक्ड भन्नुको लागि त त्यही त्यसकै कुरा हुन्छ यसको पिक्ड भए त 1988 र 1999 मा पिक्ड भएको हो हैन most people significantly most people made local calls हैन भनेर यो कम्पेरिजन राम्रो भएको छैन तपाईले पर मोबाइल फोन्स र अरूसँग अर्को नेसनल कलसँग कम्पेरिजन गरायो भने थियो द लोकल कल्स रोज up to 2 years है 4 years and became the highest called executed in the UK चाहिन्छ in the UK which was exactly 90 billion minutes in 1999 after reaching it with the calls waves started to decline and the minutes recorded minutes recorded were approximately the second most popular mode of communications was covered by national congress in which the Swiss line seems always had an increasing trend on the steady increment of inside and outside boundary calls reached 60 minutes in 2002 which was the highest calls on its own category pizza. The smartphones were used to call in a list amount मिलेको छैन है and slowly it started to rise up to 99 small sum of money पनि मिलेको छैन after 1999 it reached dramatically increased dramatically and reached just below भनेपछि just below 50 billion minutes कम्पेरिजन पुगेको छैन कम्पेरिजन पुगेको छैन अर्गनाइजेसन राम्रोसँग भएको छैन maybe you will not get sex